feel like I'm constantly in trial and error mode. I made this little bracket for my windshield washer bottle that it was just letting radiator fluid out. The temperature sensor in the neck, I feel like, would not see the right level of fluid, telling the idle air, the idle air valve would fluctuate its idle at different temperatures outside. So anyway, I made this just cheesy little bracket for that bottle. I had it sitting in there. Well, as this flexed, it pushed too close to that and sprung a leak, so I had to get a new hose and going to do something else with that. But what I'm working on right now is my exhaust gas temperature gauge. So it has a threaded fitting, so I'm taking an old thick Datsun exhaust manifold washer, and I'm threading it for the proper thread so that I'll show you this. Right here is what needs to tap into the exhaust. Is this thread here, which is a pipe thread. So I want to put that, somewhere in here next to the exhaust outlet of the turbo. Thread that in. I got to thread that washer, drill a hole, weld the washer on, boom. Then I can thread that on to my gauge, and this is the same gauge as my boost gauge. I had a couple people ask what kind it was. It's really just, scratch my nose, it's really just a cheap kind of gauge. Prosport. That's what it's going to look like, and I'll get it in the sun because apparently, it's dark until it comes on. You still can't really even see it, but so anyway, that's what I'm working on. Alright, so there you go. Basically, this washer, I will weld to the manifold, and one-handed I can't get it off, but I threaded the end of that into the washer. So just as easy as that. Drill a hole, weld that washer all the way around. You're going to probably, while you're welding, you're going to want to screw that in, maybe lightly. As it heats and expands, I've experienced doing stuff like this before. You want to have something threaded in there. An O2 sensor comes with a bung, usually. Weld it with it threaded in there, and then as it cools off, I like to turn it out, put a little anti-seize in it, because that'll shrink, expand, and it won't thread like it did when it's cold. Helpful tip from your buddy Big Phil. I'm going to the freaking gym right now. Okay, so I've got my hole, and where'd it go? Here's my washer is threaded. I just put that in there so I can feel where my placement needs to be. I'm just going to hold it, tack it around, then weld it, close it up, and the probe will be sitting out like that. It will look all cool, and people will say, "Oh, what is that?" And I'll just say, "It's go fast stuff." So let's tack. Bada boom, bada bing. It's still a little bit red hot. So anyway, as you can see, if I can work these pliers with one hand, man, as you can see, that, I can't even hold the phone still. That is still able to thread. So I'm just going to leave it in there while it cools, just to ensure that I'll be able to thread it back in there. And that's it. Wrap that back up, get some steel zip tie things, and I'm thinking this gauge, if I can get it to pop out of there. Of course, it doesn't want to, but I'm thinking about putting it on top of that boost gauge and finally getting rid of the electric tape that's professionally securing that in place. So mount it on top. It's got a little thingy, sun shield looking thing, you know what I mean? Just on top. That's about the only place, unless I go with a 3-pod pillar, which I probably need to, because this one really looks terrible, my homemade installation. But anyway, we're getting close. Alright. Let me shut the radio off. Alright, so there you go. It's kind of rewrapped, buttoned up. I guess I should have put the sensor either in the header or as close as possible up here, but I mean that's good enough for me. I mean, I'm not, you know, a super serious drag racer, street racer kind of guy. I just like to cruise and feel the power occasionally. But check this out. This is the very first time. Look at that. Do I have enough gauges in here or what? Alright, let's gotta get my tachometer working. I don't hear any vacuum leak, so that's good. It's pretty cold, so I don't know when it'll start reading anything. I think it's the same gauge as this one. It's a Prosport, right? You know, maybe not, but very cheap gauge, and you know, the sweeping movement, that's kind of cool, right? So you got your wideband, vacuum, boost, exhaust gas temperature, boost controller with also gives you your vacuum and boost, and a fuel pressure, electric fuel pressure gauge, and no tachometer. Alright, she is warmed up enough. We've got some movement. Dude, that is sweet. I can't wait to drive it. Woo. Man, I promise I'm going to get a camera mount. Come on, it's woo! Definitely I'll get one. But anyway, I never had one of these, so it's kind of cool. But that, so that is, what is that, 400 degrees? Let's get into a little boost and see what we see here. something I've always wondered is how much does it really cool down from the turbo timer? So, of course, I got a freaking turbo timer also. So let's see, let's shut the car off. Turbo timer takes over. Oh, that's cool, it reset. A little focus. I don't know if you're noticing also, listen to how rock solid that idle is. It looks like it might take its reading in cycles. Actually, it's it's heating up now. Thank you. Oh, and I gotta say something. Okay, my whole thing right here is I broke every single bolt receiver that's in the top of this plastic shroud deal. So, none of them, okay? It's a 34-year-old car, okay? But, so anyway, I had to zip tie and use the tape again. But you know what? I mean, dude, I'm about performance also. Not necessarily all about it's got to look perfect. I just want to race and beat somebody. No, I'm kidding.